Let me open up just for a second, cause y'all swear that big bro perfect, but this life I don't deserve it. I'm telling God that I'm not worthy, but every single time I tell him that, he be proven wrong. And even through this album I'ma tell y'all, like yeah, I got these haters all up on me, yeah they lurking. Even when I'm on vacation, just know I'ma be.
What's going on, y'all? Hey, I never know what episode this is.
Go ahead, bro.
But did y'all see Kamar just now? Kamar, go ahead, eat, man. Take your sip. We all just gonna watch you eat.
You said I'm gonna cut my screen off and then eat.
No, we got time, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I think you did this another episode.
I'm ready, bro.
Didn't he do that last season or something? I was messing with him.
No,
I don't know. But anyway,
No.
Definitely did.
anyway,
that's not what I do, bro.
we are back, guys. We are back. I ask kids every day when we do our morning announcements. Every day, what zone are you in? Okay, there's blue, there's green, there's red, and there's yellow. Um, if I could read the room correctly, myself included, I would say we are blue right now. The characteristics of blue would be sad, tired, um, sick, drowsy, whatever that may mean to you. I think those are the four or five characteristics. I know I'm tired. I'm tired. Uh,
I'm blue.
but nonetheless, we still here, and here with joy. Honestly, here with joy and gratitude. It's just not excited, but it's a lot of joy. I'm definitely happy to be on this podcast. Let's go ahead and roll in. So today we're going to be talking about um our goals, our personal goals, and not only our personal goals, but also just reflecting on, some other people around us, some people that we've interacted with recently, and seeing how their goals have negatively or positively affected them. Before we get into that, Climber of the Week, shout out to my boy D Allen, DeVoris Allen, one of our youth mentors in the program, in the Future Climbers program. And this dude is always just been the hardest worker that I've been around. I worked with him all the way back in high school. We were friends in high school, worked together at Acme, hard worker, right? Nothing but good things to say about him. And then we go to the University of Toledo together. He comes up to UT with me, hard worker. Dude had like 3 cars in 1 year, hard worker, right?
Didn't he play on the team too? He
You would have
walked on, bro. Hard worker.
you would have thought he was on the team the way everybody was on him, and all of my teammates loved him, and he stayed at the dorms. But nah, he ain't played, but he could have. He could have. But even then, all jokes aside, even then, you're a student athlete, you're working. But guess what else he did? He was one of the assistants for basketball, right? So he's practicing with the basketball team every day. And then he goes back home and becomes a car salesman and all of that. Now he's in the Navy, just doing absolutely amazing things at his age. Every time I talk to somebody that's in the Navy, I mention him and they ask what his rank is, and I tell them. And I'll be like, I think it's like E4, E6 or something like that. They'd be like, oh, if he's either of those at his age, he is impressive. So regardless of what rank he is, this dude is a beast.
What'd you say? We too young to be this great.
I
Is that what you
did. I
said?
did say that. I
Yeah,
did say
bro.
that. I really do firmly believe that in a humble way, though, like in a very humble way.
Yeah, bro.
I see a lot of good things happening to all of us that started this project as a whole. Everybody, man, everybody, and it's just a blessing to be able to see the guys flourish like this, man. It's a blessing to see um, our biggest complaints be somebody else's biggest blessing. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I think it's dope,
Yeah.
man. And it puts things in perspective a lot of times for me when I hear even y'all complaining. Not to say y'all not valid, but sometimes, man, I do hear y'all complain. I'm like, dang, if that's his worst worry, man, we really got it made, right? And even myself as well, Not to say life ain't hard. It's hard. It's hard to be successful, especially at our age, not having everything figured out. So it's not that it's not valid. It's just a blessing, man, when you really put it in perspective, right?
Hell yeah, bro.
So, nonetheless, divorce climber of the week. Shout out to my guy, man. This dude just got a big, huge endorsement. So we're hoping that he gets it, man. We praying because he deserves it.
Praying
So,
For
faithfully.
sure. That's
on that
awesome.
same topic, right? Obviously, that's a goal of the D Allens. He wouldn't be in Bahrain. He wouldn't be in Japan right now if that wasn't one of his goals. Was to be one of the best in the Navy. Um, speaking on that, man, let's just talk about our own personal goals right now. And let's talk about it could be as small as, your weight or your fitness journey, right? Or it could be as big as what you really want to do with your life. Somebody talk to me about their goals and we'll dissect it a little bit.
Yeah. It's interesting. I've definitely come to, me personally, my goals. I've come to a point where it's like, as I'm approaching, I'm 26 now. As we get older, thinking about, all right,
Please,
what's
bro,
next?
don't say that, bro.
I know, bro, but it's
tough.
It is what it is.
It's tough.
I know, bro.
It's so
I
tough.
know. I know. But it is a blessing, bro. Because a lot of people that don't make it to see that. And it's funny you mentioned, as we talk about our problem and issues, how people will be fortunate enough to have them. And that's actually, I had some turnover, not turnover, but there's people at my job that, think about like what's going on outside their control. And I'm just like, bro, like, just relax and take care of what you can. And just, again, I keep saying it, like, my theme of like this month is just be happy to have a glass.
Mhm.
And understand like that my problems are people's blessings. There's a lot of people that's striving to get to where I'm getting to. And I actually have to reset my mindset of an athlete, of trying to be the best at my craft and be the best at what I do, instead of just going through trying to get this check.
Mhm.
And for a moment when you get down, you're in the blue, it's just like, let me just make it another day. But
Yeah.
how can I really, if you're really a dog, you're trying to conquer that day.
Mhm.
And so it's really, how can I maximize my time, my energy, and be as efficient as possible to develop and grow new skills along this path of life that we're on, while still walking in the steps of God's work and what He wants me to do, and growing my faith as well. So that's been the biggest part of my journey so far, and my goals of recent is walking in that faith and walking in my purpose, and not being distracted in just what financial goals I have, because I think that's all going to come as I walk in that purpose and have that passion for what I'm gonna do. It's all going to be residual from my outcome and what I'm serving to the world. So I haven't been as, me and Kamar, we used to talk about it all the time about our goals when it came to athletics, right? In terms of like being an athletic director one day and whatnot. I'm learning now so many different pathways to get into it.
So many,
and it's, it's not really a lockstep. You have to do this, this, and this to get to that point. Now I get to take a step back and see, all right, what do I want to do now to impact the next generation from a different perspective and a different viewpoint, versus, all right, maybe I got to do fundraising and do this, this, and this. Well, I can still kind of put all of it together. It's just that resume and that story is just going to look a little bit different from someone else's.
You just made me think of a couple of things, but I forgot that both of y'all do have that goal to eventually become that. Y'all share that. Is there a way that we could just look? Let me speak in the mission statements language. Is there a way we could become, y'all could chase that together in a unique and unorthodox way and do something that's never been done before? Or is that not something y'all want? Is it, do y'all just want to be athletic directors? And I'm not saying that in a demeaning way at all. Like, is that y'all goal to be athletic director, or could we come up with, could there be something that y'all just absolutely change the entire scheme and outlook of what that goal is, and maybe y'all can do it together? I don't know. I was just thinking. I was like, dang, like,
honestly, bro, that's
I don't know what it would be. It might have to be a conversation outside of this podcast, but maybe it could be something like y'all could really revolutionize athletics in some way. If y'all put your head together.
It's funny you mentioned that, and this is something, an idea that I feel like I mentioned to both of you guys at some point, and I'm probably spilling the beans, but if nobody can do it better than what I can do, then I really don't. It's not really a concern. You know what I'm saying? Like, if
I know what you're saying.
Somebody else is going to think about the idea.
No, I hear you.
It's not like nobody thought about a nonprofit before. So something I've thought about is the transition into the workforce, from going from the NFL into the workforce, or going from college to workforce, because a lot of people get lost. And I have a lot of people in my life that I know who their identity was so wrapped up in football, how we talk about in your sport or what you do, and it's not really who you are.
Right.
And having them understand it's more like a player development or personal development outside of that structure that they have on a day-to-day basis. And so how can we provide that to the masses, to those people who are transitioning out that have no idea and have put all their balls in that basket? And how can we spread that out and give them other opportunities, whether it's through donors, through people from NIL collectives, things that we got going on now, and how can I build some relationships to get these guys internships or work outside of it?
So are you
especially
almost
when
saying
have
like
a degree?
almost like a firm or some type of agency where it's not sports agents, like we're literally targeting career agents, like we trying to be your agent.
Like career
Mhm.
advisors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's important, bro.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's almost
Okay,
like a
well,
life coach, even more than that.
we'll
Yep.
leave it at that. We don't want to give them too much.
Yeah.
I like it though, man. I like it though. Come
And
on,
you know,
man.
we'll put our season on anything. So that's not it. But
Yeah, no, facts. Kamar, what's your goals right now?
I'm gonna lie to you, man. I got so many goals, but I feel like none of my goals are truly structured. If I'm being quite vulnerable about it, and honestly, I'm not mad at myself for that. I actually kind of give myself an excuse in the grand scheme of this year and how it's gone to actually give myself time to kind of formulate ideas, to actually develop a good plan, develop a good structure, like for my own self. But I mean, truth be told, man, like my biggest goal to me is optimize every day that I have. Now I feel like that's kind of how I'm launching myself day by day by day. Cause I'm not necessarily looking too far into the future. And I mean, before this year started, I more so looked at an idea of, all right, around my birthday, I want to buy a house. Around my birthday, I think I want to go do this. Around my birthday, I want to go there. I missed out on my Italy trip when I was down in Cincinnati. So I told myself, all right, this year I'm gonna go to Italy since it got canceled because of COVID. Everything just got completely wiped off of my palette. And I guess really more so than anything, man, it's how can I use every day to better myself? How can I get better at one thing today? You know what I mean? Whether that's being a better listener while I'm working, whether that's being a better leader while I'm working, whether I'm outside of work, whether I'm in work, whether I'm at the store, you know what I mean? Having conversations with people. I think a big part of like my goal to end this year is to become better at having conversations with people that I'm not used to having conversations with, if that makes sense. I feel like that kind of segues me into truly what I do want to do, which ultimately is being an athletic director. But I feel like um, the piece of where I want to become an athletic director is more on a minor scale compared to Joe, where I want to work with younger kids more than anything, maybe even like really high schoolers, truly, because I feel like impacting the generation or the next generation starts at a young age. And Bryce, I'm sure that you can probably, agree with me on that, especially considering your position and how impactful it is with your career. But I feel like it's more than just, football, basketball, or soccer, baseball, track, golf. You know what I mean? Like in the AC meeting the other day. And this is honestly harmless, innocent, and fun the way it was explained. But we talked about qualities of teamwork, qualities of a good team. And once we broke them into groups, I'm sure that you probably remember it, Bryce. But somebody made a joke and they were like, fun because of football, accountability because of football, leadership because of football. And I was just like, and in my head, I'm just picking. I'm like, you know what, bro? It's more than just football. You
It's
know
a
what I mean?
shame, bro. I
It's
almost threw
more
up
than
when I
just
heard that.
football. It's way more than just a sport alone. Like life does not end, or football does not continue past high school for a large majority of people. Sports don't continue after high school for a large majority of people. Sports don't continue through high school for a lot of people. And then not even to mention like even past collegiate athletics, like professionalism in athletics does not always carry on for a lot of people. You got to really separate yourself. But I think that being an athletic director in high school, I think it's a way to actually kind of like implement like, yo, you're going to learn life skills, you're going to learn life lessons in this sport, in this environment. You're gonna learn how to be a better leader, better person, better son, brother, friend, father, God willing. You know what I mean? And I think that's my biggest thing. And I think truthfully, that's where God is pulling me in the whole direction that I'm going, because I always gravitate to the people that find importance in these things. I always gravitate towards the experiences and activities that point back to these things. You know what I mean? And the one thing that I learned this year is if it's chaotic, then it's not in God's plan, right? And I started reflecting back on a lot of things in my life, and I'm like, anything that hasn't been chaotic all have to do with this purpose. And that's really my goal ultimately, but I haven't given myself a structure because I want to just focus on making it past this year. You know what I mean? This year has been long, stressful, tiring in all types of ways. And I mean, I don't look at that as a bad thing, man. We young. We feel old, you know, we 26, but we young, man. Like for some people, like this isn't even a quarter of their life. But for some people, this is past half of their life. And at the end of the day, it's a blessing. So I can't sit there and take for granted the fact that we 26 anyways, because there's some people that we know that ain't made it past 22, 23, 26. Some people don't even know what it smell like out here. You know what I mean? And we the same age, if not younger. So that's really my goal, is just optimize every day, man. Be happy with what I got going on. Be happy that I got the friends that I have, the people that I have, the blessings upon blessings, man. Because like you said, bro, it's our complaints, man. Some people's biggest blessing or
Biggest.
their biggest dream.
Man,
Yep.
You know what I mean?
man, bro. It's crazy. Like I be complaining about my car. Like I can't believe I made the decision to get that car. I can't believe I did that sometimes, but I'm like, shoot, we got me and my wife, like we got approved for that car. Some people go to the dealership, they like, yeah, I was a part of that in college. Like some people couldn't even get approved for a car, yet alone. I'm complaining that I picked this car. I picked it, and I'm
Yeah, bro.
complaining, right? Um, man, about your little idea about high school athletic director, man. One thing that always resonated with me last year, man, we had an AC meeting, and the kids were very clear that they want a mentor. A different type of mentor, though, not something that we currently provide. Something that if you become a high school athletic director, to be mindful of talking to your principal in your district about. They want almost like if y'all already know what I'm about to say, please cut me off because I can't think of the right way. They want almost like a like a like a liaison for athletes, and somebody that's at every game, at every practice, that has a relationship with every player on the campus, on the school campus.
That's literally what I want to do, bro. I want to
And
be at everything.
but mind you, not necessarily athletic director. They want that to be their role, their only role. You could do that, but they want that person to literally be a guide and a mentor for them. So they would look at you almost like probably as too high of a role to even want to talk to you. They're looking for somebody that's like bottom of the barrel, just somebody that can talk to, that can go to the coaches and the athletic director and make changes, right? So almost like that middleman. Like I don't feel comfortable talking to my coach. Every time I talk to my coach, he tell me just focus on this, focus on that. That's when their mentor, this is what they said. That's when the mentor will come in and either tell them that they're wrong or say, have you tried talking to coach? Yeah, I've already talked to coach. Okay, I'll try and talk to coach. I'll get an answer for you. That's what our high schoolers are asking for. I haven't even talked to Fuller about that. I should have, but I was honestly just in a meeting. But now that you brought that up and the way you approached it, that might be something beneficial, man, because I think it'd be dope. I think it's a great idea.
Hard, bro.
Yeah. It's
I
like they're
love
looking
our
for
kids
more of
fight
like
that stuff.
an advocate more so on every aspect.
Almost. Yeah.
Mhm. Somebody that you know is gonna be at the game, somebody that like is in your corner, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
unbiased to just football, basketball, baseball, the main sports, like at the bowling matches, at the golf, making sure that everybody's good. Like
Yep.
you know, that's a tough task for one person, but maybe it could be multiple. Or if it is one, at least they know everybody's name, right? I know they
Right.
can learn every athlete's name.
Right.
Because I know every kid at my school, that's 250 plus. So if I can learn 250 names, I know they can. So yeah, just some food for thought, man. I think that'd be a dope thing. You know, let's say somebody
Definitely, bro.
is late. We got a lot of immature guys that are on our football team that just blatantly won't come to practice. Like having that role to literally pull up on the house. Like, hey, like,
Hmm.
how come you ain't in practice right now? And it ain't nothing harsh because I'm not your coach. I'm not your athletic director either. It's just I'm just here for you. Like, for real, like, come on, man. Like you committed to this. Like, let's do it if that's what you want to do.
Hmm.
So having that might prevent a lot of drugs, a lot of mispractices, and honestly, in return, might develop a lot of athletes
Yeah.
beyond sports, which is what you talking about. So before we close, I'll say my goals. Honestly, y'all, and I've been thinking on this since we talked about and agreed on this topic. I've been saying this to a lot of people. I actually just said this to Alex, for those that know Alex. I just said this to him yesterday. We were arguing, semi-arguing. It's always love, but we were semi-arguing. And he was calling me corny. He was asking me a lot of questionable questions, is the best way I could say it. And I told him I just had to stop. I said, man, my goal right now is to be as close to Jesus Christ as I possibly can. I said, like, more than ever, more than I've ever been. Like, I'm not interested in living this earthly life. And I know we ain't a religious nonprofit. We are not. Okay. But that's just my personal goal. Like, I'm just so over this earthly life. I really am. Um, the money, the temptation, um, you know, all types of what's the word? Um, Pressure, from everybody from all over the place,
It's
even
a
from
lot of,
myself.
it's a
I'm
lot of
so over
blasphemy.
that. That too.
It's a
That
lot of
too.
blasphemy.
A lot of what's the word what's that proper word for when you idol somebody? A lot of that.
Mm.
I'm just so over it, bro. And I and in my it's almost like my eyes have been open to it and I've been seeing it more and more. And the more I see it, the less I want it. Right. So like I wholeheartedly mean that's my goal. I want to be more like Jesus to my wife. I want to be more like Jesus to my parents, more like Jesus to
Real.
y'all, to my friends. I want to be more like Jesus to my kids. Bro, I get a temper with them kids sometimes. And low key, I'll still say it. Like I just said it to one of my friends at work. I told her, I was like, these kids get on my nerves. And she was like, I can never tell. But like, um, you couldn't say that like last month.
Mm.
Never would I ever be crazy to my kid. Like, they know I love them and they love me. But like I'll tell them, like, you get on my
Mm.
nerves right now.
Yeah.
But now I'm more forgiving, right? Um, I think that's just a part of maturity. And obviously, you know, honestly, like, man, I went on a little Bible hiatus. I didn't go to church for a little bit too. I was watching online. I still haven't been back. I still watch online, but I wasn't really reading the Bible. I wasn't getting back on my knees and praying. I was like, y'all know how it be. We go through your little phases. I wasn't, but it was a long phase
Yeah.
though. It was a long phase. It's not that I was like neglecting God. I was more so just a mixture of lazy and complacent.
Yeah.
Um, so I hadn't got on my knees and prayed in probably 2 months, bro. 3 months, literally.
Mm.
I would pray real quick right before bed, read the verse of the day from the Bible app. And now I'm back, bro. Like my Bible's on this couch right here with my freaking clothes that I gotta fold. It was by my bedside, and I'm going to bed late every day. So late that the lights is already off. And I
Mm.
knew the lights was off. So instead of grabbing my Bible and leaving the room, I'm like, dang, Janelle's asleep. I can't read the Bible. Oh well.
Yeah.
Verse of the day. I'll go to bed. I did that for months this year. Just got off of it. And man, that's been my goal as of recent, man. It's just get back with God, bro. And the more I'm getting back with him, the more forgiving I've learned that I'm being, the more mature I'm being in my relationships, not just with Janelle. I'm saying relationships with everybody. The more supportive I've been, but also the more humble I've gotten. And it ain't nothing new. It's just I'm getting back to it, right? Uh,
Mm.
the easier it is to say no to tempting foods, right? So the more I'm getting close to God, the easier life is getting. But
Yeah.
conversely, one of my mentors, and I call a lot of people my mentor, and they don't know that they're my mentors, but Mr. Black, Andre Black, um, double our age, looks better than all of us, right? Body wise. And he's a mentor of mine because
Healthy, bro. Healthy.
healthy, bro. He's a mentor of mine, not only because of that, but because of how patient and kind he is all the time. And, you know, me being a young counselor versus him being experienced, a lot of times them kids really push my nerves, bro. And I keep it calm. Don't get me wrong, but he's different. I don't ever know what's going on through Mr. Black's mind. They'll say something so mean to him. He just like, that is not kind. He's hugging him. He's like, that is so kind to you. And he's speaking that low the whole time. Me, I'd be like, don't ever say that to me again. And I'm saying it like that. I'm like, I'm serious. I'm not yelling. I'm just like, don't ever say that again. He's just like, that was not kind to you. You know, I really don't think you meant that. You have a good heart, blah, blah, blah. So I've been learning from him, man, studying him without him even knowing. But anyway, man, we was just talking about somebody today. You know, somebody that we see is suffering. That's the best word I could put. Like really, truly suffering. And that person needs Mr. Black and I, right? And this is related to diet and fitness. And I was like, man, how could we get in there and have that conversation? He brought up something, man. He was like, it's really hard to do the things that are good for you. You know what I thought he was gonna say? It's really hard to do the easy things, because that's always been my quote, which is true. But it is. Think about what he said. It's really hard to do the things that are good for you. And then I really started thinking about everything in life.
I'm not gonna lie,
Everything.
bro.
I was like, it's such a simple statement, but it actually is really hard to do the things that are not easy, but the things that are good for you, bro. Anything that's good for you is hard.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my goodness.
I was like, man, Mr. Black, man.
Oh, that's a gem.
It is, bro. It's just hard. It's hard. And then I thought about it more, man.
Wow.
And more and more and more. And we were talking about diet, but what he don't know is he made me think about so many other things.
A lot.
Anything that's good for you is hard, man. It's just hard to do. And like even sleep. I know good and well I'm supposed to be sleep, not in bed, but I'm supposed to be sleep. If I'm getting up at 5:30, 5:15 tomorrow morning, me and Kamar, we work out Friday mornings with Jalen. I should be sleep by 9:15, bro. I'm not doing that. It's hard. It's really hard to do the things that are good for you, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real vulnerable right now. Every Thursday night, I stay up past midnight just to watch a show.
Exactly, bro.
So I get 4 hours of sleep on Thursday nights. That's goofy, bro.
It is, bro. And I'm telling you, man, he was talking. I kind of tuned him out because I was still stuck on what he had just said. I'm like, dang. I just started thinking about other stuff. I'm like, it is hard. Like, bro, it's good for me. Oh, hold on. I hope it's still recording.
It is.
I just got a phone call. Hold on. 1 second.
Oh, shit.
Mr. Black.
No,
I was about to say that'd be crazy.
it's my mom's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get
Podcast
back
should have
in
been
there.
at the crib.
Let me see if I can get in the call. Hold on. Look what I'm doing.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, we about to be done
Happy
now.
birthday. Oh, she can't hear us.
Happy birthday to you.
In about 5 minutes.
Happy
Like, literally.
Chubby.
Okay. All right.
Why did we do that in high school, bro?
That's the pops, man. The pops. We about to sing happy birthday to my mom. So we're going to close. But no, man, like I told you 5 minutes. So we got a little time, but man, that alone, man, has just been really heavy on me, man. It's just everything I do, I just been trying to be, I just think about Jesus like more. I think about God more, bro. Like, not, it used to be from a judgment standpoint, right? Like, if I do this, I'm gonna let him down. It's more so now, like, I really look up to these people, man. Like, God as a whole, but also just Jesus, right? And I really look up to the people in the Bible as well now. So I'm really just trying to live like that. You know what I mean? When instead of praying like, oh God, give me strength, I'm like, man, and I'm talking about literal strength. I'm not talking about spiritual strength. I'll be like, God, let me be stronger. I'll be like, man, God, I'm trying to look like Samson. I say that now, right? So like, man, I just feel it, man. I feel it. I feel my life you know, ever since I got saved, man, on New Year's Day this year, it's been a lot of ups and downs, which I was warned of that. You know, my coach, man, one of my spiritual mentors from Toledo, man, Coach KB, man, he called me when he found out I got baptized. He said, "Boy, my boy," that's what he always said, "My boy." He said, "It's going to get rocky for you," and it did spiritually. It did, man. You know, I felt the devil just kind of pulling me away, and I was accepting it. Month after month, he just like, "You already saved. You ain't got to talk to. You ain't really got to get on your knees." I'm like, "It is 11:30. I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed." Oh no, I'm going to bed early today. All of a sudden, I get caught up with something for no reason. I'm just sitting in my room, just in here in my office, just chilling. I'm like, dang, it's 12 o'clock. I said I was going to bed at 10. I've been sitting for 2 hours. Nah, I can't pray.
Man,
Knowing I can pray, bro. Knowing I can,
bro.
knowing I can pray. I'm like, bro, I ain't even brushed my teeth yet or shower.
I hear you.
I can't pray. I can't pray. I'm just praying in bed.
I hear you, bro.
Bro, it's so bad, bro. I'll be praying in bed, laying down in bed,
and fall asleep,
not talking, and be asleep in the middle of the prayer. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
not connected with God. I would never
You
fall
don't
asleep.
have that.
Bro, I would never fall asleep
Yeah.
talking to y'all in the middle of a conversation, bro. It don't matter how tired I am. But when I'm praying with my
Yeah.
eyes closed, in the dark, in bed, with my blanket on, not even holding my hands together or nothing, of course I'm gonna fall asleep, bro. I'm not valuing my relationship,
bro.
and here I am. Look, I'm saying that I'm probably gonna do it tonight. No, I'm just playing. I'm about to get on my knees, man. I'm telling y'all, that's been my goal, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. That's that. I forget the money, bro. Forget all of that. Forget AC. That's all gonna come, bro. But I'm really trying to elevate what I read in the Bible. I'm trying to do that. I just sent a scripture to Alex. Like, y'all know Alex giving me a hard time.
Yeah.
Y'all know.
Mhm.
And I don't even mind saying it
course.
on the podcast because it's football, man. But this dude, man, is a true clown when it comes to this football stuff, man. He don't take nothing serious. And again, Mr. Black presented a scripture to me for some reason. First person I thought it was Alex. I had to send it to him. Hebrews 13, 17. Obey your leaders and submit to them, for they keep watch over your souls as those who will give an account. Let them do this with joy and not with grief, for this will be unprofitable to you. I'm like, man, it ain't fun coaching you, bro. Told him no, it's not. So it's a lot of things we could do with scripture, man, and with our relationship. We just gotta tap in. So if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah,
You don't hit abs, you lose them. If you don't work out, you lose it. If you don't diet, you lose it. So it's just the same thing with spirit. So that's my thing.
bro. Real quick though, before we go on anything else, bro, I just want to tell a quick story about that. First off, because you low-key got me going, I ain't gonna lie to you. But bro, the other day, because the devil been pulling on me, bro. Shout out to the song. You know what I'm saying? But no, the devil been pulling on me, bro, because I was listening to this lo-fi Christian playlist, bro. Slap. So good. So good, bro. I was about to send it to the whole group, right?
And why didn't you?
And that's what I'm getting to, bro.
Okay,
Because
go
I
ahead.
was like,
Go ahead.
because I was just like, you know what, man? I don't really want to offend somebody if this is not the type of music they're trying to listen to. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that you not, I'm not saying Joe, you not, I'm not saying it's AB. I ain't saying it's Stan. But I was like, you know what? I know the people that I can send this to. And they're absolutely taking it and listening to it right now. But I don't want to send it to everybody and they feel offended. Like this is what they're supposed to be listening to. Because like even the worldly stuff, like you explained, bro, I'm starting to hear certain music and I'm instantly in disgust, bro.
Me too,
Like
bro.
I'm not listening to it. I'm like, hold on, this beat,
Bro,
rock.
I
Like,
swear on
hold
everything. Me too, bro.
I'm
I
just
don't know
like,
what has come over me, but I love it.
I'm just like, bro, I can't listen to this no more, bro. Like deleting stuff out of my play, like out of my music library, like thousands of songs.
See, that's my problem.
Unapologetically.
I just hit skip. I'm like, maybe I like it tomorrow.
No, as soon as I
Yeah, I
hear
ain't gonna
something
lie, I still
I don't
don't.
like no more, bro.
I still play.
I remove it from my music library and then I put suggest less, bro. Like I've been pressing them too like crazy. You know what I mean? But I mean, we all men of our faith, bro. And I know a big topic is just like being vulnerable Obviously with the podcast, bro, but my challenge to y'all, and I'm gonna be vulnerable with the podcast and be vulnerable with y'all, but it's about vulnerability, bro. We're supposed to be humble, right? We're supposed to humiliate ourselves. Well, not humiliate in a bad term, but more in a positive way, with God. Bro, sometimes I have my most vulnerable moments and my best moments of prayer, bro. When I'm in the shower, cleaning my body, right? Cleansing. Bro, sometimes I just start like hearing this like a worship song in the back of my head. Sometimes I tune it out. Sometimes I just go with it. I just rock with it. And I just get into prayer, bro. And it's the most vulnerable state we will ever be in. What will all three of us never do? We'd never walk out the house butt naked. We'll never do it.
Yeah.
We'll never do it. We won't even stand in front of our family naked, right? Like our moms, we won't stand in front of them naked, even though they've seen us naked. Because I feel too vulnerable. I feel inappropriate, bro. God is our creator. You know what I mean? He knows exactly how we look head to toe. He knows exactly how he built us head to toe, inside and out. You know what I mean? It's like, if I can't talk to God in this moment, bro, then am I truly connected with him? You know what I mean? That's what goes through my head, bro. And sometimes I be having the best prayer sessions, the best worship sessions when I'm in the shower and I'm just in that vulnerable state, bro. Sometimes when I get on Instagram and I scroll, I'll be on the toilet and it'll be somebody in there like, hold on, stop. If you see this was meant for you. Let's pray. And I'm like,
I'll be seeing that too.
I'm like, bro, I'm on the toilet.
I be swiping on. I ain't gonna lie. I be like, man, go ahead. I'm terrible. I be swiping.
It's the algorithm.
Bro, I used to do that a lot. And I started thinking, I'm like, maybe this guy trying to reach me, man. When I keep seeing ads, bro, one thing I know about God, man, if it's meant for you, it's going to keep showing his way in your life. It's going to keep recycling, bro. I keep seeing sometimes. I've been struggling to sleep this year. I take melatonin every single night. Every single night. I've been struggling to sleep. I keep seeing this ad on every app that I use, a prayer app. It speaks prayers while you going to sleep so you can fall asleep. And I've been like, man, swiping. Like, I'm not downloading the app. Y'all gonna make me pay for something in-app to really get the good, you know what I mean? You really get them that good sleep. I'm gonna have to pay for it. I'm like, wait, bro. I have to take melatonin. I'm starting to have to take more dosage because I've been taking it so much, bro. I'm like, this is the answer. I'm like, I'm not even realizing that this is showing up several times a day for the past 6 months. And sometimes it takes us a while to realize it, and God know that, you know what I mean? But I just say that just to say, when y'all most vulnerable, man, don't be afraid of connecting to God. That's the best. It's the easiest way.
I love it, man. I love it. Let's do for 2 reasons. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm being I'm taking over with this because I only have 5 seconds to say something. Mm-hmm. Let's do 5-second takeaway, 10-second takeaways. You got 10 seconds. Let's say our takeaway should be, what's one thing you're going to change after this conversation to push towards your goals? Can I go first?
Yeah.
We being vulnerable. Let's be vulnerable. Y'all know I'm still embarrassed, and I'm only gonna take 10 seconds. I'm still embarrassed, and I'm ashamed to say this, but it's true. I'm still embarrassed to say grace in front of certain people. Forget that. From here on out, I'm gonna try my best to push myself to say grace in front of people.
I relate to you, bro.
I'll be wiping my nose. I'll be wiping my eye, praying. Man, stop. Pray, bro.
I relate to you, bro.
So that's mine.
It's very interesting. That's very interesting because we pray before every big event in front of anybody too. That's the crazy part.
Man. I know.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's crazy because I've had this reflection and I got this rejuvenated energy a couple days ago, probably a week ago, and it's really been some good habits that I've been building up. So it's just really just consistency. That's really it. Just keep doing what I'm doing now, but the time I spend with the Lord, spend a little bit more each day, and what I'm doing to build outside of AC and within AC, I got to do more. And even within AC, I got to spend a lot more time and try to manage my time a little bit different because it's been, a little blurry as of recent because of job and work. But nevertheless, that's my 10 seconds.
Okay. Shoot. All right, my 10-second takeaway. I think my 10-second takeaway from this is not be limited. You know what I mean? I can't control the things that I can't control, but what I can control is myself and how much I personally limit myself. So I think for me is like I'm letting the limiters off. What Rock Lee do? He took the weights and dropped them joints. I've been holding myself back personally. You know what I mean? And I don't want to put that limiter on myself because that ain't going to improve myself. Like if I can't, dang, this is way more than 10 seconds.
That's all right.
But if I can't allow myself to do something else, if I can't allow myself to be better, then why should anybody else expect that out of me? And how can I be that for anybody else? You know what I mean? So that's my biggest takeaway.
I love it, man. I love it. It was okay. Oh, a decent takeaway. I think the better takeaway would have been, I ain't gonna fold no more. I'm gonna be at every workout, every trip, even when I got 2 minutes of sleep, even when I went to bed at 5:28 a.m.
Even when my ankle hurt.
Even when my ankle hurt, I'm balling that dance. I'm at eSport every day. That shit real good. But nonetheless, man, that's it, man. I'm about to go say happy birthday to my mom. And guess who got a meeting in 4 minutes? Me. We grinding and we climbing, y'all. Love y'all, man. Peace. Keep climbing.
I swear so much has changed since the day that I was saved. I really thought that all the demons in my head would go away. It's almost like they had a meeting and came up with new plans. I understand exactly why they say to talk to God every